everyone. This is John Daly from BQB Publishing. Today I'm talking with Lindsey Rowe Parker, author of Wiggles, Stomps, and Squeezes. Call My Jitters Down. How are you doing today, Lindsey?
I'm doing great. Thank you, John.
I'm sorry I screwed up your name there.
That's okay.
So tell me a little bit about yourself, your background, and your interests.
So I am an author. I am also neurodivergent, and I do marketing communications as well. So I've kind of taken all three of those things that, and made a career out of them. And so Wiggle, Stomps, and Squeezes, Calm My Jitters Down really came about after starting occupational therapy with one of my children. My daughter is autistic, and so we started doing therapies that really taught us more, both her and myself, about how to go through our daily life with sensory differences. And so through those experiences, I learned a lot about myself as a kid that I didn't know about. I learned that, I am also neurodivergent with ADHD, and it's been a really exciting journey learning how to identify those sensory differences, learning that we have 8 senses and not 5, and then, sharing that with other families and parents.
Oh, that is great. That is great. So from what I understand, you were pretty selective in your search for an illustrator for the book. Can you talk about that process a little and how you met Rebecca Burgess, the illustrator who you ultimately went with?
Absolutely. So I actually met Rebecca on Twitter. I knew that I really needed somebody to illustrate the book and bring the story to life that understood those nuances about having sensory differences, because it's kind of hard to portray that in illustrations. I didn't know how I was going to do it. So finding somebody who had personal experience and has lived that life, Rebecca was just the perfect choice, and I reached out to them on Twitter. They're an autistic illustrator living in the UK. We've done some really, some really great advocacy work in the autistic communities, and so I reached out to them and sent them the manuscript, and they said yes. So I was thrilled to be able to partner with Rebecca.
That's great, and she's a fantastic illustrator too. I've seen what she's done for the book and also for other work, and yeah, she's just amazing.
Yes, I'm very lucky.
Yeah. Well, I'm curious. What kind of I know I already sort of know the answer to this, but what kind of feedback have you gotten on the book? I've seen a lot of positive attention on Amazon, and it looks like it's being received very well from what I can tell.
Yeah, it has been received really well, which, in the beginning I was a little bit nervous because it's like you're sharing kind of your heart, when you release any kind of art. But getting positive feedback immediately from the autistic community, which was a huge deal, and then also the neurodivergent community at large, and then I've gotten some really great feedback from occupational therapists, and then now that it's getting further out and reaching more families and kids, those are the reviews and the feedback and the pictures and things that really touch my heart. And I'm like, okay, this was good, because little kids, their parents are sharing with me, like, my kid saw themselves in this book. They said, "Mom, that's me." And that is the ultimate goal. I mean, it's great, to be able to pat ourselves on the back all day long as adults, but when a kid is like, "I love this book," that's the true reason.
Oh, that's got to be a fantastic feeling to get to see so many people who are benefiting from what you've done.
Mm-hmm.
I'm curious, what was the hardest part about writing this book?
Getting it published. So the writing part and the finding, an illustrator, those pieces seem to fall into place really well. I feel like once I found BQB, it all came together. Because I had pitched it out many times and it got rejected many times. And so when I found Terry through a mutual contact, one of her other authors, and she she said, yes, let's do this, because she had a personal experience with a child with sensory differences as well. And, you know, having her champion this and say yes was really the, you know, that was the start of the story. So that was the hardest part, is finding a place for it to live. And I found that with BQB. So thank you guys.
Sure. Yeah, that's great. I mean, I love working with Terry. We've worked together for years, and she's just fantastic, and she has such a good eye and I think good instincts for books that are important and books that can be shared and make some differences out there. So yeah, no, I can't say enough good things about Terry. Now, I was teasing you about this a little bit earlier. You make a lot of great faces and at the marketing that I've seen for these books. I mean, and I think, I mean, it's sort of infectious. It makes people like, wow, this is an exciting thing, you know? So I'm curious, was there a lot of practicing in front of mirrors that has gone into this?
I mean, I've been making weird faces like that my whole life. It's just kind of part of who I am. My girlfriends actually used to have an album on Facebook called Lindsey's Funny Faces. So it's just, I don't know if I could stop it, honestly. It's just how it is. And it feels more natural to do that, like something weird, than just to like sit and smile normally. So I don't know. I don't think I could ever stop it.
I think it's great. I think it's great positivity for sure. So, well, it's been really fun talking to you. Thank you, and this has been great. Can you tell people how to find out more about you and your book?
Yes, we have a website, wigglestompsandsqueezes.com, or you can find the book at most of the online retailers, Amazon, Target, Walmart, all the big guys, and then also bookshop.org, and you can order it through your local library or you know, independent bookstore. So we're all over the place.
Yeah, it's great. It's great. Well, thanks again. I appreciate it. Yeah, thanks for joining me.
Thank you, John.
Take care.